What has been your worst experience?
In property, I feel like worst thing for me was getting scammed in a mentorship. That was like, I wanted to just go back and like kick myself, like, I could not see through it. And I feel like nowadays in Airbnb, there's so many people like selling mentorship.
So many gurus out there.
So many gurus out there.
And they're charging some pretty prices as well.
Charging crazy prices.
What are the fundamental things you need to actually gain or be able to trust someone, especially going into business?
Aicha's very confident, so she's like a people's person. I know that we can go into a room and network and she'll let people know who we are. Yeah, there's a lot of opportunities that's been because of her.
So would you say one thing you need from a partner, especially in business, is confidence?
Yeah, because I'm shy.
How do you manage greed?
We don't touch the business money. So we've had a lot of money in there, and people that ain't got money, you see money and you get excited. We've had to learn to like, so we actually don't spend the business money.
We look at it like, yes, the business is doing great, but we personally, separately, I'm not making no money.
Welcome to an episode of The Ramble Room. Today we're talking business, and more so specifically property. So I've got two entrepreneurs who would like to introduce themselves. So
I'm Aicha, and I'm 22 years old. I started a property business a year and a half ago. It's been going well. I started while I was at uni, and I have now graduated and trying to focus fully on going full-time into property.
And I'm Brianna. I'm also a student. I'm a law student, actually. And I started also 1 year and a half ago. I'm 22 currently.
AichaandBrianna, thank you for joining. I guess let's get straight into it. So you've both been at uni, or you're still uni, you said?
Yeah, I graduated this year.
Oh, you graduated this year? Oh. So before we get into property, let's actually understand why you got into property. So before property, who were you really? Like, what attracted you to property in general?
For me, I wasn't actually into property at all. Like, it was her that actually brought me into the space. Before property, I kind of looked at it as like essentially a scam. Because in my head, I was like, why would a landlord give you their property for you to re-rent it out and then make money off of it? Why can't he just do it himself?
Yeah.
So I was like, nah, property's like a scam. To me, it sounds like, if I'm not familiar with it, I don't believe in it.
Yeah.
So until she started like speaking a bit more about it, showing me more videos about it, that's how I actually started learning by myself. And then I started thinking, okay, you know what? It does make sense and it can actually work. That's how I came about with whole property scene and learning and messaging people and getting to know people.
Me personally, I've always said I wanted to do Airbnb since I was like 7. Because I know that you have to have like 6 streams of income to become a millionaire or something.
Oh, so you had that vision of
I was thinking like, I'm going to be a lawyer, then have a nail salon, then have an Airbnb business. Like, I've always had it in my head. So then it was more so when I had my SFE, I was thinking, this is the first time I'm seeing big chunks of money. Like, this is my first opportunity to do so. I didn't want to do it alone because I know businesses can be very hard. So I asked Aicha, and I had to like basically show her loads of videos about it because like she said, she was skeptical at the start. But she ended up jumping on, and yeah, she likes it now, so.
Okay, fair enough to you guys. How long have you known each other for? Did you meet each other at uni, or you knew each other before uni?
We met each other before uni. We met each other in college. I believe 6 to...
Yeah, so let's just say 6, yeah.
Let's say 6 years ago. Met in college, became really close, and then kind of just went into uni. It was 2 different unis, actually, but the unis were close to each other.
Okay.
So we're still like very, very close.
She was in Derby, I was in Notts. That's like a 30-minute drive.
Yeah. So I'd come up and down on the bus or train or drive. And then, yeah.
So how's business going? How is it? Let's say, when did you fully establish yourself? When was the first time you said, okay, we're now going to actually do this, not just as partners, but, well, as partners, but as a business? When did you fully establish yourself?
I feel like from the get-go, we've always said that we're going to be serious about it. So from the get-go, it was like 100% in. Even though being students, it was like at the property paying at 3 a.m. Then we had lectures at 9. We was always very much serious about it from the very get-go. Like, we thought if we wanted to get anywhere, we got to treat it serious now, or else we'll never be serious. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The get-go, I feel like when you start treating your business as like a side hustle, then I feel like it's just that's it. It'll just become a side hustle. That's it. But if you already know from the get go, like, okay, I'm trying to get my first one done. I'm losing sleep over this. I'm still trying to rock up to lectures with sleepy bags under my eyes. Like, it better be worth it. So it might as well be worth it for the long term rather than just
The short term.
the short term.
Do you feel like when you first started and you introduced it, let's say, to family, Because have you spoken to family about it, of course, when you started?
Yeah.
How were they about it?
I'm really close to my nana, but she's a bit old school, so she's very much like, she'll just start cussing me if she doesn't like what I'm doing. So I was like, Nana, look up at the house I got from Airbnb. She's like, you got a house? You got a house? What do you mean? How much did you pay? Just asking hella questions. I was like, just chill, man, chill. And she's like, you sure you can pay the rent? Like, are you not putting yourself in debt?
Yeah.
I was like, Nana, chill out. Like, it's actually okay. So she just kept saying, are you sure? Are you sure? Kept calling me, texting me every day once she found out I was doing it. Because we didn't actually tell no one until we was in the property painting. Like, really got the keys, did the viewings, paid a couple rooms. They kind of saw when it was like basically done.
I think it's best that way though.
Yeah.
I feel like if they knew before we were like trying to look for like landlords to give us their property, I feel like they'll kind of disencourage us because most of them, they don't really know about the whole entrepreneurial side, like property and stuff. So they'll be like, why would you go rent out a property and then expect to make the rent every month? It just sounds a bit like far-fetched. So I feel like once we got the keys, we're like, well, it's our new house. We don't live in it, but we're gonna make money off of it.
They were so confused.
Yeah.
Especially us being in uni. They're thinking like, what are you doing?
That was
Where'd you get this money from?
Yeah, literally. Us being in uni,
I think my mom was mostly curious about how it works because she's heard about it too. She's always had like, she wants to get into it even now. But I think she was more like, okay, let's see if it works for you then. I might jump on it too. Like I was like a little lab rep, I guess.
Test subject a bit,
Okay, you do what you're doing. Just let me know if it works. I was like, okay.
Wow.
For me, my dad was against it. He was like, you're just going to put yourself in debt. You don't even know how you're going to cover your rent. Where do you even get the money from? And then obviously, at the time, with African parents, I never tell like how much I actually make. Like, whether it's work, business, I literally tell you probably 3 times less.
Yes.
Just so that it's just, you don't think I'm balling like that. So then he's saying, you're only making this, like, how are you going to get this property? How much is the rent? Even by the rent, I lied. I said, oh yeah, it's just like £900 a month.
But that's more than that.
Is it? A little bit more than that. I'm not going to tell him. But yeah, just to kind of ease off the pressure on me. So like, okay, if you don't believe in it, I need to still believe in me. So yeah, weren't happy at first, but once it started going a bit better.
So they jumped on and they're like,
so how do you do that then?
Yeah. And then you told your mum only on the second property.
Oh yeah, I only told my mum on the second property because can't lie. It's not happening. I told her from the first one. I'll just hear it about it every single day, and it's just like I feel like she just add more stress rather than
encouraging you to continue.
Exactly. So I was like, let me just wait to see if number 1 works. Okay, number 1 works. Let me go up to 2. Okay, cool. Now I know for sure. Like, it's a blueprint now. Now I can tell you, okay, mum, this is what I'm doing. So yeah, take a little while.
I mean, obviously parents are a bit old school. They're just more so like, go to work, save up, get your mortgage, buy a house.
Yeah, literally.
Do it the safe way. Especially within property, like I feel like a lot of people think, oh, you need to start with X amount, like 50,000, just to secure yourself. What did you guys start with? What was your, I guess, base amount? Because from actually learning of your story through LinkedIn, I heard you guys started saving up from your student finance. With that, how much did you save up really?
We started off with £8,000 to get our first property, and that was really like, it didn't come with beds, no sofa, we have a paint, and it was just literally the 2 of us. There's no help, nothing. And at first, we kind of thought we would budget around 6K. Like, it started racking up. Like, everything starts racking up. Once you start buying this, you have to buy that. And then bear in mind this, it just started racking up to 8K. And I think that's a reasonable amount to start off with. So every time people ask me, how much do you recommend starting off with? I would say 8 to 10K. That will always be my answer.
Like a safety net?
Yeah, it's like a safe, like a safety net, safe go at your first Airbnb property.
Yeah. I'm in care, so I get a bit more than the average when it comes to SFE.
Yeah.
So I think we just pay our rent with what we have left instead of like doing holidays. We used to always go on holidays. We basically just starved ourselves of any type of fun and then just started saving. So then once we hit the 8K, we was like, okay, cool, let's actually start looking at houses, like start viewing.
Yeah.
And going on to viewing actually, what were you looking for in the beginning? Because I feel like it depends on the area also, where you start off with. Definitely does, because some people go for, like, especially within London, prices are high. It depends what you're looking for, but even then still, it's ridiculous. What actually was your first unit and where was it?
Our first unit was in Nottingham. It was a 3-bed, 1-bath.
Yeah.
Then it had like 2 parking spaces and a garden. And I think like on paper it was actually a really good property. But I think looking back now, would I take that property again? I probably wouldn't. Even though it made a lot of money, I feel like now that we're in it for a lot longer, we can understand the demand that London has compared to Nottingham.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people go to Nottingham. There's not much in Nottingham. No one says, oh, let's go to Nottingham. Like, it don't really happen unless you're a uni student.
Yeah.
You know? Obviously, Manchester, there's a lot of like corporate events and stuff like that. But Nottingham hasn't got a lot of like demand.
Yeah.
So we got a long-term stay, so we were good. But like I said, if I could think about it again, I'd most definitely just do London.
You'd start in London.
I feel like London is a good place to start with. I feel like, although everyone says it's saturated, I feel like it's not really that saturated because there are so many people in the world that need a place to stay.
Yeah.
Whether they're coming for business or
Yes.
just as a tourist to come see the Big Ben or literally just to visit family. There's always somebody needing a place to stay. So the whole saturated, like, I don't really agree with. I feel like there's always money to be made. No matter what property you have, as long as you do your numbers correctly,
You're good to go.
you're good to go.
But you have to also bear in mind your competition is hotels. But for example, say you're like a family with like 6 kids.
Yeah.
Do you want to get like 4 hotel rooms that split you guys each up, and then on top of that
Definitely
you're paying for takeaways, or do you want a house where you can cook and your kids in your like peripheral view or whatever?
You're more secure.
Yeah, you're a lot more secure. So you have to also bear in mind like it's a lot more convenient. So it's the convenience people are paying for, and that's people always pay for convenience.
You'd say, what would you say to someone starting up? Would you say encourage them to start in London?
I would. Because, I mean, we started in Nottingham, and the only reason we did was because it was near our uni, and we were uni students at the time.
Okay.
No one's traveling up and down to London to
Yeah.
set up a property. So we started off because it's convenient near us. But I feel like London, maybe I'm biased. I just love London.
He has a lot more to offer, to be fair.
Yeah,
Yeah, they got a lot to offer. Like, even just outside of tourist stuff, like even if you go like some places that are not as like known, there's still always stuff to do, and you're always like within reach of like central London anyway.
100%.
transport links, everything.
Yeah, I feel like even the spot that we had in Nottingham,
Yeah.
although it was like 15 minutes away from the city centre, so realistically it's quite close.
Yeah.
It just felt so far away from it.
Because city centre is the only place people go. No one cares for outside of city centre.
Yeah,
There's nothing really
Outside
around.
is where you see the families with the kids and they're settling down.
yeah.
So just being 15 minutes away is a whole different world, literally.
literally.
I mean, I've only been to Nottingham once, but when I went, honestly, it was, as you said, just the city centre, nothing else really around it. There's not really much around it.
Not much. I mean, people do make it work. I'm not saying it doesn't work, but I wouldn't go Nottingham again. I
Yeah.
wouldn't do it.
Wow. So, in terms of your strategy, when you first started to now, have you changed anything?
Yeah, we're way more stricter on the properties we choose. Like
People we hire too.
yeah, and the people we hired too. Like, she is even stricter than I am. Like, in terms of property first,
Yeah.
we took our first one on not blindly, but kind of blindly, because we were always assuming the best case scenario. So we weren't considering the worst case scenario. And the worst case scenario eventually did happen. And then eventually we just let go of it because it just seemed to be better that way, thinking long term.
Yeah.
But right now, if we're looking at a property and it looks good on paper, I need to see it. In worst case scenario, are you still going to make me money? Or do I need to fork up some from my own pocket? So we're thinking way more ahead when we're looking at properties, and we've declined so many good properties on paper that will make you money in the summer, maybe a little bit less in winter, but we want to make sure that in winter I'm still secure.
Yeah.
And there's ways to secure it, but just thinking ahead, we're just so much stricter on it. Like, we wouldn't just go to any deal sourcer and be like, yeah, can you just like give me a property somewhere in London? Yeah, cool, I'll pay you £3,000, that's it. It's not happening. Like, I need to do thorough research and see where you got the numbers from and why you think it's performing that way. And even so, even then still, we still probably wouldn't take it on from somebody else. We'd probably rather do it ourselves.
Yeah.
Like, research yourself, I always prefer it over going with a deal sourcer.
Yeah, a lot of these deal sources, it's not very regulated. So there's people waking up one day, I want to be a deal sourcer, find the property, give it to you. A lot of them can't do their numbers right.
Yeah.
They've given me a deal. I'm like, where did you get? You make 700 at 60 days.
They
or
haven't
16
really
days.
value deal actually done any
Yeah, I'm just
calculations
like,
to
how you get that one, you know? And they always have this long explanation that just doesn't make sense. I'd say as well, in terms of,
Hiring people.
yeah, hiring people, I'm really strict. I'm picky.
how'd you go around that in terms of hiring?
To be fair, just word of mouth, you know. I'll be like, anyone know any good like cleaners in South or East or this? I just go by word of mouth initially.
So what you'd say you'd obviously word of mouth, you'd get them put in front of you and then you just want to kind of assess how they work.
Yeah, but we'll give them like a clean and we'll like be there to supervise and see how they do so. If we like it, we'll give you a chance. And then if you don't like it, then next person, you know?
Yeah.
But Yeah, for example, I think Aicha found this cleaner, but was it through word of mouth?
No, that was on Instagram.
Oh, yeah. And they actually were good initially, kind of. And we like to do these things called spot checks, which is basically just seeing like the service that you do randomly when you don't expect us to be there. And we've done like 2 spot checks or 3 spot checks, and they were all terrible. Like they failed each and every time.
Bad.
There was a time where you went and like there was wet towels. Like our towels were like stacked up.
Wet.
They're wet. What else did they do? There's so much.
Like the bins weren't changed. The flooring wasn't actually like properly like, you could tell that they swept, but they didn't mop.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, if I'm a guest walking into this Airbnb, that's 0 stars.
Yeah, like,
Straight away.
I'm picky. I'm definitely complaining.
Definitely. So I think with the hiring process at first, we just got started. I'm just trying to get any cleaner in.
Yeah.
So got the cleaner in. I thought they were good. At the first clean, while we were there, it was good.
Yeah.
Was because we were there. We're telling you, okay, we want it this way, we want it that way. Provided them with a list, and standards just started slipping. And I feel like it's because the original cleaner that was there, it was a company, so they just send out random people. And not everyone's going to keep to the same standards as the first person we basically trained first time I saw you. So we did spot checks, and they kept failing it. But because I knew I didn't know her, but I got close to the person running the company, I was being nice, like maybe she didn't mean to, or like.
And I was like, this is business. I don't care if she didn't mean to or not. We're gonna get a bad review because of her. We were forking out like £80 to pay a pizza, and the girl, the what's it called? The guest was like, yeah, can I get a pizza? Can I get this? Can I get that? Can I get this? I was like, you know what? Anything to not get a bad review. We still got a bad review, and we were doing that. The times they kept doing bad cleans, and we didn't know, and they're walking in on it, and it's like. And then you're telling me, but she's like, I was like, I don't care. Like, this is where we got to the point where I was like, I know I'm a bit strict here, and I know you're a bit more lenient, but we need to find a midway where it's like, if they mess up, they need to go. Like, they need to go, you know? So yeah, we now understood. You mess up, we'll give you one more chance. People are like human, innit? But after that, can't lie, you're messing with our money now, and the whole point is you're meant to help us. Cleaning is the most important thing when it comes to Airbnbs. Like she said, if the property is dirty, they're going to complain.
100%.
Whether the property is nice, we didn't do nothing. But if you messed that one part for us, then we've lost our money. 100%. It's not them.
Cleaners are vital. Yeah, so I just have to tell her, I'm sorry, babe, like, we're starting to be friends here, but business and
pressure, it doesn't mix.
It doesn't mix.
Have to split up, so I have to fire her and get somebody else in.
Yeah.
Now we're like thorough, and we also like increased our spot checks.
Yeah.
Like, cleaner will be gone, and then I know there's no booking for like 2-3 days. I'll still go just to check. Like, you're not even expecting me to be there, but just to make sure standards are not slipping.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Need to maintain standards 100%.
Have to.
Yeah. Now our cleaner, we've had our actual cleaner now, she's amazing. There's been 1 or 2 slip-ups, but like, we just say like, girl, you need to...
She's consistent.
Yeah, now she's so consistent. And yeah, we've been getting amazing views. I think this week we've gotten 2 reviews, 5 stars. So that was again, all because of her as well.
Okay.
So yeah, that's good.
Yeah, like with cleaners, it's like a domino effect. Your cleaner messes up, just
it doesn't matter what else you've done good.
Even if you're sorry about that, let me buy your pizza. They'll rack up the bill and
they'll take the pizza. They gotta give you the bad review.
Yeah. At the end of the day, they can get what they want, but
that's
what they're gonna give to you.
Yeah, that's for refund as well. Like,
yeah, so we didn't get paid. We also lost money on the pizza. Yeah.
Would you say like as partners is good that you complement each other? Like you're more strict, you're lenient, because other people, I guess, kind of have to bounce off each other in a sense where both of them are lenient or both of them are strict, I understand. But the contrast, does it help a lot?
100%.
It does. It definitely does. I feel like even yesterday, we had a little, not dilemma, but like we had to make a conscious decision, like what we're doing. And her decision was going to be more profit-based and mine was going to be more review-based.
Okay.
So we have bookings already, but we got a long-term booking that would basically cancel out the rest. So we'd have to cancel like 7 guests. And I'm like, this one person might not even give us a review. At least out of the 7, I know we're going to get a bit more reviews. Yeah. And the money difference was around like, what was it?
It was a 2K extra profit. So I was like, 2K extra profit, come on now.
Yeah.
Well, from having the 7 or just having that one person?
Having that one person will give us
2K more than having the 7.
Because bear in mind, 7 stays, we're paying 7 cleanings compared to 1 big long stay.
Yeah.
And then you get 2K profit and you're paying 150 for cleaning. But then her point about like having more reviews means you'll get more bookings driven after that. So long-term based, it was a good idea.
Yeah, I feel like, I mean, Well, hearing it now, most people probably look at it and be like, bro, I would have taken 2K, like cancel all these bookings. But I'm thinking we had this long-term booking like the start when we first launched our new Airbnb, and they didn't leave a review, and twice, and we were stuck with like reviews from like months ago because this person has stayed for months, which is good, but like it doesn't show that the property is like good and kept up the standards, because most of the time when you book something, you're looking at reviews to see like, okay, how long ago did this person like stay and say it was good or bad. So I'm like, let's just take the L for now on that side, but like rack up the reviews so that at least people know what they're getting into when they're booking. And then long term, like I feel like right now summer is coming up, like the more stays the better.
100%.
Yeah, so you have to take that 2K L, but
it'll come back in abundance.
100%, amen.
Exactly.
In terms of throughout the year also, different seasons, do you feel you're more profitable in different seasons, or do you feel it's quite consistent throughout the year?
Yeah, so like there's different seasonalities, right? So there's like high season, low season, mid season.
Yeah.
High season, we're talking like June to like September. This is where you're seeing the crazy prices. You can raise your prices by like 200 a night. And the mid is more like October to December.
Yeah, October to mid-December.
Yeah, because of Christmas. And then January to like April, May, that's like low season. But even April, May is kind of getting to mid-season still. But it basically means in the low season, these are where you want to like market your property to want to get long-term stays, because then there's less chance that you're not making rent.
Yeah.
That means you have someone in there for a whole month. You ain't got to worry about it. At least you've made rent. It might not be a lot of profit, but it covers you compared to like relying on these small bookings that there might not be many of them to even cover rent. Then you're going in your own pocket. Then mid-season, you'll likely cover rent, because we've actually launched in December and we've covered rent each and every time. We've made profit from the get-go. And then, summer is like just pure profit. It's just profit every day.
Rack up the price.
Yeah.
Well, that's mainly if you're targeting like small stays, tourist stays.
Yeah.
Because throughout the whole year, you could just still target long-term bookings by getting contractors in, working with contract companies, or even just business people that need someone to stay for a long time. So you can cancel the whole seasonality thing if you just target long-term. But it's just hard to get the connections.
Yes.
That's when you're a lot more established. Yeah. When you actually have a company that will give you these people easily.
Yeah.
But in the start, you would have to have short-term stays. And then if you want to cancel some short-term for a long-term, then you can do so. But yeah.
What do you think establishes a different property business to another one? Like, for example, myself and my property partner, we did a viewing today, and within London, we had to weigh up the value of it because it was in Canary Wharf. Oh, no. It was very much so, I guess, central. It had a lot of transport connections. Shops were around, it's right next to central London, basically. You're in and out quick. But when we actually got there, whole thing was nice. Everything was great. They have different perks such as, swimming pool, sauna, gym added onto it. And we said, okay, things are going well. We went upstairs. We saw the room. We're like, okay. Oh, no. Went inside. It's nice, fully furnished, new, amazing.
Okay.
It's small.
Oh.
That's the problem.
Tiny.
And we said, okay, we're looking towards, maybe studio, get couples in, stuff like that. The, agent showed us around. We saw one place. We then went to Plus. It was a bit bigger. I wouldn't even say that much of a different size, but yeah. And the price in between the two was only £50. It's like, okay, it's only £50, but the sizing wasn't that much. Yeah. And we had to obviously sit down after, and we said, okay, the only thing that's kind of uplifting it is the fact that it's got these perks: the gym, study area, swimming pool, sauna. Nice.
Did it have a concierge?
Yeah.
Oh,
God. I know exactly what you're thinking. Say it.
Normally, when you have like concierge, it's a lot harder to run an Airbnb in those buildings. It's to do with the leasing of the actual property, the actual building. And the concierge normally, like, if they found out you're doing Airbnb, they will basically report you. And mostly you're not allowed. So maybe this one you are allowed. But then you'd pay your rent up front, everything, and then they'll just tell you have to get out. So we don't look at concierge because most of the time it's that story.
That's what we kind of like had to put together, because before we obviously went to do the view, and we had to explain this is actually what we're coming to do. We're coming to look at it to actually run it in this way. So are we allowed to? They said, of course, come. You're going to have to look at it, see how it is. If we want to go forward, we have to put a holding deposit, this and this, that and that. we're like, okay, cool. We've seen it.
It's important to look at the head lease. A lot of people just lie, and then when they get caught, it's like, oh, your money's gone down the drain. They don't care.
Yeah, it's happened before. Like, what you're describing is somebody, like, we know he had a similar property in Canary Wharf and had a sauna and church. And then we were like, in my head, I'm like, okay, that sounds really nice. Like, I don't want to. But then, literally 2 months down the line, he got kicked out because the landlord wasn't actually aware that he was running as an Airbnb business. But the agent said he's allowed. So just fact check that with the agent. But other than that, if it is actually allowed and you're worried about space, if you're only looking at a studio, you need to think about, you're not only competing with just whoever's next door running an Airbnb, hotels as well.
Yeah.
Like, because you're not offering much
comparable.
any different than a hotel, because you're just essentially just giving them a box with a place where they can cook themselves. But other than that, a hotel might give them breakfast in the morning.
Yeah.
It's like, who are you going to go for and what's cheaper? It's going to be in the guest's mind rather than, convenience.
Yeah.
I would say like a sweet spot as well is like 2 beds and up. I think those are the ones that make nice profit whilst not being too much hassle, I guess. So yeah, if you're looking into it, definitely go like 2 bed minimum.
So what would you say separates your business from others?
I would say we think about fine details. Like, I'm talking, when we first furnished our place, first time in our first Nottingham Airbnb, we were just trying to get as much as we could with the budget we had. And then down the line, we're like, oh, you still get this and you still get that. But right now, like, we are literally furnish it to the max as if we're about to move in ourselves.
Okay.
So it reflects on our reviews as well, because our reviews are just saying it didn't miss anything. It had everything. It's well equipped. It thought about the fine prints, blah, blah, blah. And I feel like as well, with our communication with our guests, is in 2 minutes we'll reply. And most people get a virtual assistant to do that stuff for them. But right now, we feel like we enjoy doing it anyway. Like, I like texting the guests, letting them know, all right, here's what's happening. Here you go. If you need anything, message us. And I feel like it just gives like a natural feel to the whole business.
It makes it more relatable because human-to-human connection rather than virtual.
Virtual assistant, just like,
everyone's using that now.
Yeah, so I feel like maybe when we scale a bit more, obviously we're going to get a virtual assistant just to take the pressure off. I feel like right now, I don't want to blow our own horns, but I feel like we're very, very real and authentic. And that's online, in person. So I feel like it reflects within our business.
Like example, I'll say that we're like English. So do you know I told you guys about the convenience being like the major factor, right?
Yeah.
In our Airbnb, we have a rice cooker, air fryer, we have a blender, we have so much things. A coffee machine with like different pods for like different types of chocolates that you want, different like flavored hot chocolate, different types of coffees. Okay. We have a welcome basket with a little note handwritten by us with like cereal, biscuits, water, crisps, sweets. So like a little something. You're taking like, let's say £5 out of how much they've given you to pay. Just give them a little something, like a little welcome basket. Yeah. And they appreciate that because they're thinking, oh my God, I got some free snacks. They paid for it, but like, they ain't gonna know that, but they're like, wow, that's so cute. Like, that's so thoughtful. And that's another thing that they really like.
Every room as well got a TV.
Every room has a smart TV, Netflix, Disney Plus.
All logged in, by the way, by us.
Yeah, they have the all, because I've been going to Airbnbs and they ain't got that. I'm just like, oh.
Yeah, you gotta log in yourself, like, guys.
I'm like, come on, guys, like, pay for it as well.
Like, what are we doing here?
They got parking. There's so much things to add to, like, they got a dishwasher. Me personally, I think that's bougie. So they got a dishwasher. They got a lot of things. So it's like about the convenience that's really important. So we really try to highlight that as much as possible. And even with like communicating with guests, they might say, oh, can we like check in earlier? We'll try to accommodate that as much as we can. If we can't, drop your luggage while they're cleaning, so at least you can walk around London without having so many bags around you. And they appreciate that. Or can we have one extra little guest? I'm just like, okay, fine, sure. I'll sort that out for you. So we try to go the extra mile for our guests. And I think that just reflects.
Yeah.
Process is not a lot. No, process is not a lot because, as you said, the welcome basket, I guess we kind of stole that off you guys. So I said that to him and it was like, yeah, we thought of other things, like trying to, I guess, partner with maybe a cab company, for your international tenants that are coming in to be like, okay, cute. Can you pick them up and everything, like make it a lot more easier.
That's super nice.
Yeah, it is like certain things that we had to think about before obviously going down that road.
Anything you can do to make their life easier, they would appreciate.
They 100% will do.
Yeah.
And so, into the next question, well, this one might be a bit deep. Why do you feel like property is the way to go? Why not, I don't know, I'm going to, start my own clothing brand. I'm going to, I don't know, try and invent something. Maybe let me work for a couple of years and then put in this. Why do you think property is the way to go?
I don't know, but I don't believe in it. So I feel like, let's say, what's it called? Crypto. I've heard so much about it. You can make money with crypto and this stuff. I don't know much about it. So, and I feel like there's so much scams around it.
This is controversial.
It's just so yeah, like, I feel like with property, whether or not you like it, there's proof in the pudding that it works. And whether that's buying a property and flipping it, or literally just taking on an Airbnb and like letting it out to guests. I feel like when you go on Airbnb and look at people's reviews as well as their calendars, you can see whether or not they're getting booked out or not. Like there's literal proof right there in front of you. Maybe there's some for crypto as well. I don't know. Again, I don't know about the market, so I'm not going to talk about it.
You don't want to be in the market.
I don't know much about it.
Not right now.
Me, it just gives headache.
Yeah.
But I feel like with property, I feel like I've seen so much, and I've spoken to so many people who are actually in it and are not glamorizing it in a way where it's like, yeah, you can make £2,000 the first month you put it on Airbnb. You know, like they're realistic. Like month one, I make like £200, or month one, I didn't make anything. But by the time I get to month two, I made double the rent. So it's like, I feel like with property, everyone knows, whether you're blind or deaf, everyone knows property will make you money. It just depends what strategy you go into and how much you know about it. So that's why I feel like, for me, property is the way to go. And I'm too deep into it, like knowledge-wise, for me to just try to start a clothing brand, because I don't even know about all that stuff. Like, I'm not about to start looking into a whole different branch of something until I've done my research on it.
How long would you say it took you to actually fully wrap your head? Obviously, as you're going to learn new things and adapt, but to kind of wrap your head around it, like, okay, now I'm ready to begin.
I feel like, till now, I'm still learning. Like, you're always still learning. I feel like actually locking in and literally just, I'm talking like messaging people back to back, asking them what's going on here, what's going on there. And people are like, some people don't want to message people that are like way further ahead in their property journey because they feel like they'll just air them or act like they're too good for anybody else. But so many people will answer you and give you like honest answers, and you can kind of like make up what's kind of over exaggerated and what's not. So I feel like 6 months, like locking in to try and learn the whole content. 6 months to a year, I'd say. Yeah, I think that's more than enough time for you to actually lock in, know what you're getting yourself into, and know that your money is not going to.
What would you say, what has been your best experience and what has been your worst experience? Like, when I say worst, like, I'm talking like you want the ground to open up, swallow you. Your best experience, you're like, okay, I'm in heaven.
In property, I feel like the worst thing for me was getting scammed in a mentorship. That was like, I wanted to just go back and like kick myself, like, I could not see through it. And I feel like nowadays in Airbnb, there's so many people like selling mentorships.
So many gurus out there.
And they're charging some pretty prices as well.
Charging crazy prices just to get something that realistically you could just find online.
Yeah.
And I feel like if it doesn't have the one-to-one element to it, it's not worth it. And that was something me and Brie were looking into when looking for mentorship. And the person we went to like completely sold a whole image and like expectations that just weren't met by the end of it. And it got to a point where we had to like try to sue them and had to, what did we do? Not a chargeback on the bank, but
it was with the financial ombudsman. We had to go through them.
You had to go through them?
Yeah, we had to go with the financial ombudsman, and then they ended up siding with us and giving our money back.
It was 8K we lost, by the way, on mentorship.
Yeah. It wasn't nothing small, it was 8K.
8K.
Yeah.
So how much are they charging per month or per...
That was for a whole year, but it was like, yeah.
It wasn't worth it. But
do you feel like
money back.
Within that year they kind of gave you a bit of knowledge here, or do you think it was just a bit like it wasn't consistent?
They hindered. I feel like what they did teach, we and we actually applied, it just hindered us. Like, he had this like calculator that lets you understand when you're making profit and stuff.
Yeah.
But the numbers were inflated, so then you're thinking you're making profit at like really low. That's not the case. And I kept wondering, like, that don't make no sense. But then when we did the actual maths manually,
yes, you
could see the difference between his numbers and our numbers. And I was like, well, this is manual, this is correct. So the sheet was fake in itself. What else did he do?
Apparently it was flagged up as well, but he never changed it.
Yeah, he just let it be. He didn't really, you know what it is? I think he just cared about scaling in terms of coaching. So he was getting like 8Ks from all these people. It was 8K per person. We actually got a deal. Yeah, hence why we got 8K together. But people were paying 8K per person. And even then, like, no one was allowed to talk about what price they paid. So everyone was like, at the end, how much did you pay? We paid 10K. We paid 8K. We paid 6K.
Yeah, everyone's paid different prices.
It was crazy. He was just trying to get as much money as he could. People took loans out at our age to go to his course. And he didn't really care about the one-on-one like side of it. Yeah. He just wanted to get as much money as he wanted, bought a Lambo to flex on it, and then, yeah.
Yeah, it was messy.
Super messy.
Yeah, that's the point where you're like, oh my days, like, oversold it. And then the things you're teaching is not even something like I actually feel like, oh my God, you taught me. No, it's like I'm learning as I'm going because I'm asking you questions and you're airing me. Mm-hmm. Or there's a thing of like, I'm on a call with you and you're yawning. Like, what's going on?
He didn't care.
Like, you've got my money now and you're just like, just one of them.
Like, it's just a number, basically.
Yeah, just a number.
But if he did something good, oh my God, guys, look what they've done with my help.
That's the part that's so annoying.
Yeah.
Like, once you start winning is when they want to like get cameras out and like record testimonials. I'm like, but you didn't do nothing.
It wasn't me.
It wasn't you. It was me.
And he like promoted like getting properties really quick. Obviously, I know there's people on like social media. You can get 60 properties in like 60 days or something.
You know how much that comes up on my Instagram, the ads. Yeah, guys. Hey, I made £250,000. Let me tell you how I acquired these 10 properties in 1 month.
Yeah. And I feel like that's the idea that's really getting sold online. And I feel like that's the whole glamorizing part. I'm like, I don't like, because it's definitely possible. But as a realistic like uni student, I'm thinking, where are you getting money from? Mm-hmm. Like, how are you doing it? And I feel like people just need to show a bit more of like how they actually start, because I feel like people care more about that part than you having 10 properties in a month and then trying to sell me your course. You'll then learn the same thing.
Mm-hmm. And because he kept like promoting the getting a property quickly, we're like overachievers. We're like, okay, we get to get the next one ASAP. Like, we need to get it ASAP. We took one on too quickly, didn't do the numbers correctly, and that would be one of our worst moments too. It was in Greenwich, a 2-bed, 1-bath. Price was definitely too high for rent as well compared to somebody else we know.
Yeah.
Property, at first glance, I guess it was okay, but once you're there and you're actually living there, you're realizing a lot of things don't make sense. So he never had like a washing machine, and we wondered why. So we obviously bought one, but it's because the pipes were like going upwards instead of downwards. So then when you're washing, it's getting blocked and it's not working. And
so this was like the first time you kind of stepped out.
Yeah.
So the building work wasn't really checked. Nothing.
Yeah. And again, it's because he kept saying, get properties quickly. So we fasted, like we were going too fast and just got any property we could possibly get. And that was a downfall because we lost a lot of money. We made a lot right before and then we lost it with that property.
With property one, whatever we made, because of the long-term stay, it was so good. We've got money in our bank now. Like, I've seen money in my bank I've never seen before. I'm gassed. I'm like, okay, next. So we got our next one, and then, like she said, it just wasn't.
That money left so quick.
Yeah, the money left so quick. Heartache, man.
Yeah.
Heartache. So that's another reason why we're so strict on our numbers right now, because it taught us like, don't rush into anything. Like, just because you've seen on your timeline somebody's got 10 in a month, it's fine. That's good on them. But you need to make sure that you're on your
steps. Stride.
Yeah, you're actually strategizing and making sure that you are following the steps you need to get to your next, and not because you're comparing your first like step to somebody's step 20.
Yeah.
Stop comparing yourself online.
It's not good to compare.
It's not good to compare.
And especially within property, just because someone has this many and you feel like, okay, I have a great plan.
Yeah.
My strategy is going to get me there, but
just take your time.
You need to build it up. Consistency rather than, okay, I want to slingshot myself there.
Exactly. Yeah, nothing works like that ever. You have to always work hard to get to that point. And then make it seem like you get like that overnight, and it's not that case.
It's not overnight success. Yeah. It's definitely not. So what would you say is your best experience?
This property?
Yeah.
The one you have now?
Yeah.
Okay.
The one we have now is essentially a third one, but like essentially our only one right now.
Okay.
Because the first one we gave back, we pulled the furniture out and put it in the one we have now. So we gave the Nottingham one back. The Greenwich one was terrible. That got given back quick. I had to go quick. But the one we have right now, we took so much time analyzing this deal and negotiating with the landlord, and it was newly refurbished. It's like a gem that we found.
Like newly, as in we walked in there and it was still being made.
Yeah, we thought we walked into a scam.
I even want to ask on that, how do you do your deal analysis? Obviously you spoke about deal sources. I don't think you'll go through that route. So how do you analyze your deals, and how do you actually assess them to then be like, okay, we're going to go into this?
A long process.
Break it down.
Okay, so initially we just look into property market intel. That's like some AI, I guess, that takes information from Airbnb and like Booking.com and other platforms about properties within the area.
Okay.
You put in the postcode, you put in the address, and it'll tell you like the average occupancy. But bear in mind the average occupancy is across the whole year.
Yeah.
Low, high, mid. So it might be 70 something, but it's not 70 in like December or see what I mean? To bear that in mind. It also tell you like an average daily rate. And so once we see that, we kind of have to understand where do we break even at. Breaking even is kind of like when you start making profit. We like to minimum make profit like 15 days, 16 days, because that means half needs to be booked and we're good.
Yeah.
And with the rent inflation, like that, it gets a bit harder to get those type of deals. But if we can, it's a really good deal. So 50 to 60% we want to start breaking at. Then we look at Airbnb for like comparables. So these are like properties that are very similar to what we have or we're currently looking at. So if it's like a 2-bed, 1-bath, we'll look at 2-bed, 1-baths. Not 2-bed, 2-baths, because they might charge a bit more because they have the extra utility. Or if someone has a hot bath, we're not gonna what's it called? Hot tub.
Hot tub.
Yeah, hot tub. Then we're not gonna compare that to our property.
Yeah.
Then we get like an average of all the average daily rates from the properties that we can compare to, and then we again work it out with how much the rent is, the bills are, and then we see where we break even basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Takes a little while.
A little while.
Because some people just do the property market intel and call it a day, dive into it, and ask like, how did property market intel get that number?
Yeah.
Like, why are you telling me 70%? Or I'm going on Airbnb and most of the people are not halfway booked. What's going on here? Is it because of the summer prices and then you just calculate it as a whole? Or is it actually the reflection of what's going on right now? So yeah, just deep diving in. I think you broke it out perfectly.
Yeah.
But highs, definitely property we have now. Like, we haven't gone a single month where we haven't made profit. So you make the rent and profit. It just shows like slowing down, take your time, do your numbers. It will make you money.
It pays off in the end.
It pays off. That's what I'm saying.
This property, we went live, I think it was like the 18th or the 15th. That's a lie, actually. The 18th. We went live on the 18th of December and we got booked on the 19th. And from the 19th to the very end of December, we were very much fully booked out. Then the month after that was booked out. The month after that was booked out. I think between all those times, there was only like 3 vacant days.
Wow.
Literally. And then we also had a rent-free period. So before we actually went live, we had like 2-3 weeks where we could actually move everything in, get the photos and all of that. So we practically made profit the whole of December because we didn't pay nothing. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. What I said that?
That was good. That's our best highlight.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, it was just purely profit. Even now, we've had like 3-4 guests in. We already made the rent.
Yeah.
We still have more guests checking in. That's just extra profit.
Oh my.
Yeah. And we have bookings till, I think, actually, we have bookings till December. I think up to like September, we're like kind of getting... No. Up to September, we've got like a good amount of bookings.
Yeah. But after...
It's like 1 or 2. But even to get up to September and be pretty booked out, yeah, it's like a good thing.
Take your time. You don't need 10 Airbnbs in 2 weeks.
I'd say our other highlight though, it was the first property. It was our baby, our first property, the Nottingham one. That's a good highlight.
The beginning.
Yeah, because I think we made like 36K
Yeah, on that property.
in like 8 months.
In 8 months.
Yeah, from that one property. What was it called?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was a long-term stay, so we was getting crazy payouts like every month. I think the rent was really cheap, like 1.4, but we're getting paid like 6K or something a month, so it was just a lot of profit. So I think that was also like a really big thing for us. That's when we kind of realized that, well, we can actually see like these figures in our account, like this is us, like wow, you know? That made us, I think, believe in ourselves a bit more.
Yeah. Like when you start making money, you're like, you know what, like you're ready for the next. Take your time though.
Yeah.
As partners, obviously you know each other a bit well. Let's say, for example, you never knew each other. What are the fundamental things you need to actually gain or be able to trust someone, especially going into business? What is it that you'd say that I wouldn't say you like about and you don't like about, but what do you trust within Aicha and what do you trust within Brianna that if you never knew each other, you'd be like, yeah, like I want to work with you?
Okay, so a little bit of glazing. Basically, anyways, I would say Aisha's very confident. So she's like a people's person. I know that we can go into a room and network and she'll let people know who we are. Like, yeah, there's a lot of opportunities that's been because of her.
So would you say one thing you need from a partner, especially in business, is confidence.
Yeah, because I'm shy. I'm like, I don't really want to talk. I'm a type of talking person.
So you meet someone that's the complete opposite.
Yeah,
like,
she will talk for an hour if she needs to,
yeah.
yeah. So that's something that's really good, and I think it helps us a lot.
Yeah. In terms of Brie, she is so detailed and organized. Like, I'm such a go with the flow person. Like, you tell me we're linking up tomorrow, I'm not writing it down. I'm just gonna remember and hope that I remember tomorrow. She will make sure, no, put in the calendar, make sure we do this. You have to get this done. Like, she's so detailed, and some things I don't even think about. And majority of the good reviews about how detailed the place is because of her. She thinks, no, we need to stack up on the towels and bulk buy this, bulk buy that. And I was just going to go down the road as that, just get a couple of towels and call it a day. But she makes sure that everything is done to high standards and standards are maintained. And she's also like, when she has to be, she's firm when it comes to business. Because like the cleaning situation, I was a bit too nice and I'd be a bit of a people pleaser. She's like, no, this is business. Like, we need to be on top of it. So she's got her head screwed on. So I appreciate that when I'm kind of like slacking and kind of like be laid back. Definitely somebody that's definitely organized and on it.
Yeah, you need a good balance of both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we're going to get to advice. Advice. For anyone starting out, anyone that's thinking about it, let me ask you, what's your top 3 priority when you're starting?
Priorities?
Yeah.
Research. I don't want you to like think, oh, this is a get rich quick scheme. It's not that at all. At the start for like a 9-to-5 job, it's not like very passive income. They say passive, they throw that word very lightly. It's not that. You will be on the phone to a guest at 3 a.m. because they can't turn on the light or fix a door. Like, you need to be available at all those crazy hours. You need to also set up on like a channel manager, like the automated messages. It takes super long to even just set that up. Like, it takes a week, I'd say, just to set that up. So research, know what you're getting into. Try to get like a point of view that's very real, which is why we do so. Like, try to show it so much on social media, just so you don't, like, I guess, disappoint yourself if certain things happen. Because in business, there's always ups and downs. It's not just all the way up. Like, it's a roller coaster. So yeah, I'd say research is the main one, to just know what you're getting into.
I would say start with a realistic number. Because, like I said, I would say start with 8 to 10K. But if you're looking to get property in Mayfair, 8 to 10K is out the window. Like, you need at least 30 to 40K.
Yeah, triple that, please.
Like, be realistic as to what you're looking at area-wise and property-wise. Other than that, take your time. Like, don't compare yourself to anybody online. And even if you look up to someone, message them. Like, ask them, like, how was your journey like? And, like, get a real view. Because right now, they're probably at a level where they are able to showcase things that you probably won't be able to. Or message a lot of people that you look up to or have questions for, because like I said, they will answer. Most people are very humble.
I'd say like just do it with like your whole heart. Don't do this half-heartedly.
Yeah,
it's not something you could do very half-heartedly. Think of it as like, I think boring businesses make a lot of money. People that make tissue or toothpaste, they will always make money because people need those things. Same way property. This is why you should always invest in property. People are always going to need property. Like, if no one's going to be sleeping out on the roads ever, like all of us, never. There's always going to be a need of property. So at least understand that and know there's like light at the end of the tunnel. So it's like, there is a future in this. Just as long as you put your whole heart in it, try your hardest, know you've done that, it should go well.
Perfectly said.
What do you think is one mistake people make when they begin? Let's say for yourself, if you were able to sit down now and be like, okay, last year if I never did this, then this wouldn't have happened. And then if that never happened, we would have been a lot further ahead. What would you, if you could think back?
I think the whole rushing thing.
Yeah.
Rushing into our second property, because we were essentially comparing our steps to somebody further ahead. Like, oh my God, they've already got 3 properties and we're stuck on 1. Why is that? So we were trying to get the next one quick, and that was our downfall. But like, don't rush. You don't need to rush. There's literally no need to rush. Whether there's a property you like so much, don't get attached to it. Like, sometimes you just have to let it go.
It's true.
If you see a property and you really want to go for it, and you're like looking at the numbers and trying to make the numbers work, like, oh, but if I charge a bit higher, maybe it'll work. But you don't know if you can charge higher. So don't rush it, and don't look at best case scenario. Like, don't look at...
Have a plan B always.
Yeah, have a plan B always.
Not to be negative. Don't think, oh, worst case, this is going to... Like, no. Mine is very much just to know if something did go wrong, then at least we have something to back that up. Yeah.
Like, if we didn't go for that second property, we probably would have had 3, 4 by now.
Yeah.
Because like that property also gives a little bit of anxiety. Now we're not so quick to take on something, whereas somebody has probably a much higher risk tolerance than we have. So
it might have paid off.
Yeah, it might have paid off, and we never know because we're now playing it a little bit more safer.
But it's important to play safe. You need to actually protect what you have.
But then sometimes you got to take a risk, because the first property, we took a risk and it gave us profit.
Yeah, true.
So it's like a good balance. You have to find the balance. It's hard.
100%. I mean, risk. It depends on how, I guess, risky you go.
Calculate risk.
Yeah. Calculate risk. Word.
That's what it needs to be.
Yes.
Okay. And even before ending, I'd say, for you both, to those that are actually going to be watching and out there, I know I already asked, why property? Like, what encourages you every day? Because it can be family. I want to be successful.
Yeah.
I want to buy this. I want this.
I think, again, boring businesses make the most money. So get your foot in it now, where it's more accessible, then do it later on in life. If you get a property now with like 20k deposit or whatever, at least you know the value of the house is going to go up.
Yeah.
So with so little people that are black in the community not in it, I think they need to start doing it now, because we haven't got the granddads or something that's giving us properties or the money. So it's better to start now and at least have that for maybe your children or something, you know, just gain the wealth.
Are you thinking that people are kind of waiting for someone to come and save their essence?
Yeah.
No one's saving you. You got to save yourself in this world, man.
It's a bit difficult, especially, I guess, now, because we can say, okay, a couple of years ago, stuff was cheaper. You know, secondary school, you go corner shop and buy your little drinks, 25p. Now you go in there, inflation.
I'm telling you.
So now's the best time to invest. Otherwise, in the next 10 years, that property you sold for 20k, it's not going to be 20k.
Literally, you keep on waiting, you're going to miss out the opportunity.
Literally.
Because my mum was going to buy the council house, and then there was like a deduction for as long as, depends on how many years you stayed, they give you a massive deduction in terms of how much you have to pay for the house. And now they've stopped it, but that's because she waited so long on the opportunity. So now I think the max you can get off is like 16k compared to like 100 and something k off the house. So it's like, you wait for an opportunity, you're going to miss it. Just do it now.
Calculate risk.
Calculate risk.
Yeah.
Don't snatch straight out of it. Thank you guys so much for joining.
Having us.
Really appreciate it. So those that are actually going to be listening, watching, I hope they actually take your advice, because not to rush is very important. Especially in property, in any business, don't rush regardless of how it is. Because I even have an example, one of my friends, he's, as I mentioned, an acquisitionist. He's going into acquisition. He's acquired, I think he's going to acquire his third business. What he's running is more so healthcare. And health and beauty, really. He's acquired a salon and he's building it up. And for him, he got a great mentor. They've helped him raise a great amount and he's going forward. But as you said, plan B, but he's thrown out plan B completely.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Sometimes it pays off. Some people just have that.
That risk, it's nice. I feel like once your heart is set on something, it's like, I'm going to go for it regardless.
Yeah.
And I love that mentality from him, because
it can't go wrong for you.
he had a great opportunity, worked within a great company. He said, nah, like, I want to do this myself.
Yes.
And I even had one question. How do you, I wouldn't say greed, but how do you manage greed?
Greed.
It's actually, that's a good one. We're actually not greedy. We don't touch the business money. So we've had a lot of money in there, and people that ain't got money, you see money and you get excited. We've had to learn to like think about the bigger picture, and we just try to, everything we get back, we try to reinvest, then make more and more profit. So we actually don't spend the business money. I think the thing we did spend it on was the car. Other than that, we couldn't say we've touched it for like a holiday or to even buy us something.
And I feel like we look at it as like, yes, the business is doing great, but me personally, separately, I'm not making no money. So like, just trying to look at it as if the money doesn't actually belong to you just yet. Because I feel like, let's say you got a property right now and your first month when you broke even, great. You made, let's say, 5k profit and you're not going to blow it. But next month is slow. What are you going to do now? Now you're going to go into your own pocket and then the profit just doesn't really count.
Money stop coming back.
Like, just slow down. And again, we really don't rush and we're actually not greedy. which is as well why yesterday we made the decision not to take the extra 2K on with the long-term guest inquired, and keeping the 7 guests in between. Based. It's more so building the business first. Profit will come later.
Yeah, you just have to believe in yourself and understand what the end goal is. If you're going to spend this 2K, is it going to help you, or can you use the 2K to invest in something else and make more money?
Yeah.
So we just learned, don't look at it, it's not our money.
It's there.
It's there.
You can, but
don't get me wrong, like, let's say we go out and we have like lunch with someone, the business paying.
Yeah, can't lie.
The business paying is on the business, not on us. But other than that, you wouldn't see me coming with jackets just because
a holiday
is not happening. That's coming from our own pocket.
it's there. But we gotta keep it grounded.
The discipline.
It's the discipline.
Yeah.
Well, guys, really appreciate you. Thank you for joining.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for all the wisdom you've actually given on to others. I hope one day you're going to have your own mentorships, and instead of what happened...
No,
that's something that's for sure. If we were ever to do mentorship, we would hate for anyone to have that type of experience. It's so terrible. It could
different.
Yeah, it could stop someone's whole journey in property just because someone else has messed it for you.
And it has for some people.
A lot of people that was part of the same like scam that we experienced as well. Some people just continue doing it.
Just didn't want to go into it.
Yeah, and it's bad. It's so sad, man.
The mentality, or would you say it's just, I don't know, I'm not ready to go. It's the fear mentality.
I think it's more like you're gutted from losing 8K and believing in someone that just didn't believe in you. So it's kind of harder to find the passion for it again when the only time you had passion is only bad experiences, like a trauma almost. Like, yeah, I think that's what it is for them.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Guys, thank you all for tuning in. And I hope what Aicha and Brianna have actually dropped, you guys will take heed to it. And again, thank you for a lovely episode on the Ramble Room. I hope to actually have them back again.
Yes, 100%. We'll see you soon.
Please.
And yeah, we'll definitely see you soon. Take care. And make sure to follow them both on LinkedIn.
Yes.
Because
my Instagram is PropertybyBrianna. I'm also nail tech, so it's TheeGoatedParlour. Yeah, and for lashes, Morenaaminks.
Yeah, she does 3 businesses, you know. Aicha_property on Instagram, on LinkedIn, Aicha Kabba, and TikTok, it'll be AichaandBrianna. Follow us on all those platforms to follow our journey, to see more about us, get your nails done, lashes done.
keep up. And we're going to keep up to date on the journey as you guys grow. So thank you guys for tuning in. And yeah, take care.
Thank you.